Have you ever wondered how to protect your family in an increasingly uncertain world? Psalm 121 brings a powerful promise of divine protection that goes beyond human strength. In this video, you'll discover how this ancient prayer can become a spiritual shield over those you love, offering safety and peace in challenging times. Context and benefits. If you've ever felt the burden of safeguarding your loved ones all on your own, this video will show you that you don't have to face life's daily challenges without help. Stay with us until the end, and you'll learn how to invite divine protection into your home, strengthening both your faith and your family's sense of security. Connecting question. No matter what challenges you or your family may be facing today, whether financial uncertainties, health concerns, or even family conflicts, Psalm 121 has a message for you. Are you ready to discover the power of this prayer and how it can transform your life and the lives of those you love?
Psalm 121, verse-by-verse breakdown.
Psalm 121 begins with a powerful reflective question. I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? This question immediately resonates with the human experience of seeking protection, guidance, and security. Just as the ancient Israelites looked to the mountains for a sense of security, we too often look to external sources of safety. But this psalm immediately provides the answer. Our help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. In this first verse, the psalm reminds us that true protection does not come from material or earthly things but from the divine. This is a powerful reminder, especially in a time where many people place their trust in wealth, status, or even their own strength. The verse calls us to shift our perspective, to look upward and recognize that God is the ultimate source of protection. Moving forward, Psalm 121 promises that He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. This paints a picture of a God who is always alert, always present, and always ready to act on behalf of those He loves. There's never a moment when He isn't watching over you or your family. This is a source of great comfort, especially in a world where it can often feel like we are on our own. As we continue through the verses, the psalm emphasizes that the Lord is our keeper. He is described as a shade at our right hand, protecting us from harm, both in the heat of the day and in the darkness of night. This imagery of shade and protection is crucial. It shows that God's care is constant and unending. Whether we are aware of it or not, His protection is with us at every step, shielding us from both seen and unseen dangers. This section of the psalm assures us that God's protection is complete. It encompasses all of our lives, from the smallest to the greatest details. We can rest knowing that nothing escapes His notice. By the time we reach the final verses, we are reminded that the Lord will watch over your coming and going both now and forevermore. This final assurance seals the message of the psalm. God's protection isn't temporary or conditional. It is eternal and unfailing.
The promise of divine protection.
When the Bible speaks of God's protection, it isn't simply about physical safety. It's also about emotional and spiritual well-being. The promise of Psalm 121 covers every aspect of our lives. By invoking God's protection over your family, you are creating a spiritual barrier that no evil can penetrate. But what does that look like in practical terms? Imagine starting your day by reciting Psalm 121 over your household. Before your children go to school, before you and your spouse head off to work, you invite God to watch over every step you and your loved ones will take. You're calling on a higher power to guard your family against the challenges that lie ahead, whether it's the stresses of the day, unforeseen accidents, or even spiritual attacks. This idea of divine protection doesn't mean that life will be without challenges. What it does mean is that, no matter what we face, we can trust that God is with us. When illness strikes, when financial pressures mount, or when relationships become strained, the promise of Psalm 121 reassures us that we are not alone. God is actively working to protect us, guide us, and ultimately bring us through the trials we face. Let's talk for a moment about the peace that comes from knowing this. There's a unique sense of security that settles in when we truly believe that God has us and our families covered. It allows us to live with less fear and more confidence. Instead of worrying about the unknown, we can focus on living in faith, knowing that our steps are ordered and protected by God. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the responsibility of protecting your family, Psalm 121 is a reminder that you're not doing it alone. God is your partner in this, offering divine strength and security where human efforts fall short. All you need to do is invite Him into your family's life through prayer, trust, and faith.
Connecting Psalm 121 to modern challenges.
In today's fast-paced world, the challenges we face seem to come from all directions. Whether it's economic instability, health crises, or even the pressures of modern family life, it's easy to feel anxious about the future. Psalm 121 speaks directly to these concerns, offering a divine solution that transcends earthly problems. When the psalm says that God will protect us from all harm, this can be interpreted as protection from the negativity and harmful influences that surround us daily. We live in a time where fear, anxiety, and uncertainty are rampant. Social media, news outlets, and even conversations with others can instill a sense of dread. But by focusing on Psalm 121, you can ground yourself in the assurance that God is bigger than any problem you face. This is where the real power of Psalm 121 comes into play. It's not just about reciting the words, it's about internalizing the message. When you understand that the Creator of the universe is personally involved in your life, protecting your family, you begin to see challenges in a new light. Problems that once seemed insurmountable start to shrink in the face of God's power. Let's not forget the impact this mindset can have on your family. When you lead your household in faith, trusting in God's protection, it creates an atmosphere of peace. Your children, spouse, or even extended family members will sense the calm that comes from knowing you're not relying on your own strength but on God's. This is one of the greatest gifts you can offer your loved ones, the peace of mind that comes from living under divine protection. Finally, let's talk about how to make Psalm 121 part of your daily routine. Whether it's through prayer, meditation, or simply reading the psalm aloud, integrating this promise of protection into your family's life can transform your home into a sanctuary of peace and faith. And as you'll see, the more you trust in this divine protection, the more evident it becomes in your day-to-day life.
Practical steps to bring Psalm 121 into your family's life.
Now that we've explored the meaning and power of Psalm 121, let's discuss how you can actively bring this prayer of protection into your family's daily routine. It's not just about reading the words. It's about creating a habit of faith that surrounds your home with divine protection. Start by designating a time each day to recite Psalm 121. This could be in the morning before everyone leaves the house, or in the evening as you gather together to close the day. Consistency is key. When your family consistently prays together, you strengthen your bond not only with one another but also with God. This is particularly important in moments of uncertainty when the pressures of life can feel overwhelming. You can also make Psalm 121 part of your personal prayers for each family member. Before your children leave for school, pray that God will watch over their steps, protect their hearts, and guide them through any challenges they may face that day. Over time, this will not only bring peace to you but will also instill a deep sense of spiritual security in your children. Another powerful step is to create a prayer space in your home where Psalm 121 is prominently displayed. Whether it's a framed print or simply written out on a piece of paper, having this psalm visible serves as a constant reminder of God's protection. This can be a place where your family gathers to pray or where you go individually to seek God's presence. Additionally, consider sharing this practice with friends and extended family. When others see the peace that God's protection brings into your life, they may also feel inspired to invite this same security into their own homes. Psalm 121 can become not just a prayer for your immediate family, but for your broader community, creating a ripple effect of faith and protection. Lastly, never underestimate the power of leading by example. As the spiritual leader of your home, your trust in God's protection will set the tone for everyone else. When you demonstrate a calm, confident faith, others will follow suit. And as you continue to recite Psalm 121 and trust in its promises, you'll begin to see God's hand at work in your family's life in ways you never imagined.
Psalm 121 recite.
I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore.
Psalm 121 is more than a simple prayer. It's a divine promise that covers every aspect of our lives. It reminds us that we are never truly alone and that God is actively watching over us and our families. This sense of divine protection brings a peace that the world cannot give, and it's a peace we can rely on every single day. As you incorporate Psalm 121 into your family's life, you'll begin to notice a shift in the atmosphere of your home. Where there was once fear, you'll find peace. Where there was uncertainty, you'll find faith. And where there was once a sense of vulnerability, you'll discover the strength that comes from knowing that God is your constant protector. If this message has inspired or encouraged you, don't forget to subscribe to Voices of Spirituality. Join our community and stay connected with more prayers, reflections, and spiritual wisdom to guide you on your journey of faith. Activate the notification bell to ensure you never miss a video. God bless you and your family.